Hello and welcome to another safety bulletin. My name is Joba Mutabi. Today we will be looking at safety, health and environment committees as guided by the SHE committee rules of the OSHA Act 2007 revised 2017. So what we need to do today is just to give you a highlight on what you need to do as an organization to comply to this particular rules and act. So the law has indicated that every company that is registered in this country and has more than 20 employees, then they qualify to have a safety, health and environment committee. And the formation is very simple. This committee must be created according to the number of staff you have in the organization. So from 0 to 20, then you need to have a minimum of 6 members, 3 drawn from management and 3 from non-management. For 101 to 1,000 employees, then you need to have at least 10 members, 5 from non-management and 5 from management. And if you have more than 1,000 employees, then you need to have a minimum of 14 members, 7 from management and 7 from non-management. So the members from management are supposed to be appointed. So it's good to have an appointment letter so that when the auditor comes around, you are able to show proof. And for the non-management, the law requires that the staff elect their representative to the committee or representatives for that matter. It is the duty of the occupier to organize for such elections to ensure that the members are elected properly, and once elected, appointment letters are given. And once these appointments are done, these members can serve for a period of 3 years, which can be renewed for a further 3 years. Another thing just to consider is depending on the size of your organization, you may need to ensure your all areas are represented, divisions, sections here and there, so that you have a complete, meaningful committee within the organization. The other thing is to consider gender parity as well on this committee. So next we go to the organization. This committee shall be constituted of a chairman, a secretary, and the members that I've just stated earlier. So the chairman, it's recommended that it is the CEO or the owner of the business or his designate. But the spirit here is to have somebody who is in charge, somebody who can make decisions, somebody who can allocate finances, somebody who, when anything is discussed, it can be taken seriously. So the chairman needs to be either the occupier, the highest ranking employee, and so on. The secretary shall come from the safety office. On the organization, it could be the safety director, safety manager, the safety officer, depending on the size of your organization. That is the secretary to the committee, and who shall be taking minutes. And then the members, just as discussed earlier, you have them according to the number of the employees in the company. The functions of this committee are basically simple: to have an inspection schedule for the year, to ensure these inspections are done. So that is their job. The law recommends once every month, but depending on how dynamic your organization is, you can make the schedule to fit your context. The other thing they need to do is identification of hazards within their working areas and providing mitigation practices for it. In our previous video presentation, we saw how to mitigate hazards. So their job is actually to identify, do risk assessments, and offer mitigation. The other function is just to have statistics of dangerous occurrences and accidents in the organization. This gives you focus on what to concentrate on reducing, where to put your focus on your key performance areas. So these statistics are key. And then the other thing, they provide a special communication channel between the shop floor and the management. Because once they come from these meetings, they see the commitment, they hear, and they share this with their staff at the ground level, at the shop floor level. And again, they can also be involved in incident investigation. It's good to involve the committee in incident investigation. So the chairman shall convene these meetings, and it's good to give 7 days notice to the workers. But we will look at how you meet within the year. But just note that the chairman can call for a meeting within 24 hours of any dangerous occurrence or accident. So how do you meet? The law dictates that you meet at least 4 times in a year, and the spacing between the meetings shall be not more than 3 months. So that means you must meet evenly in the year. For example, you find some people will not meet 4 times and meet. I mean, they have four meetings, but then they tend to meet four of those meetings are in November and December of a financial year. So the law wants you to ensure that you distribute these meetings evenly within that period. Um, and then the minutes need to be shared with the staff. The minutes need to be shared with all the staff who are involved, so that they can share with their people on the shop floor. The other key thing is that once you have appointed members and the staff have elected the other members, then you have your chairman and secretary. Then this committee needs to be trained. It's mandatory to have this committee trained within 6 months of appointment as per the Act. And the trainers are approved people and companies approved by the Directorate of Occupational Safety and Health under the Ministry of Labor. So all you need to do is have them come and give you a training. It's typically a 4-day training. The curriculum or the course outline of this training is actually dictated by the directorate. So there's no shortcut about this. You must have these people trained and certificates issued. The other key thing to note is that once you start your meetings, there is quorum dictated by the law. So this quorum is that for that meeting to go on, you must have a certain quorum of the total members. And usually it is a third of management must be present. A third of management members on the committee must be present. And 2/3 of non-management members have to be present for you to have quorum. So the quorum bell is rung by looking at the total members in the committee. A third of management minimum shall be present, and 2/3 of non-management shall be present in this meeting for it to go on. Otherwise, the meeting is null and void. Yep. So basically, those are the factors you need to look at once you start implementing this Safety and Health Committee rules of the OSHA Act 2007 revised. And it's a key thing because it gives confidence. It makes the management get to know the needs of workers. Things are brought to your attention that you may not know. So it's a very, very key meeting where people need to openly air their views and share and have them resolved. And one last thing, the minutes of these meetings must be shared with the Directorate of Occupational Safety and Health for follow-up. Thank you very much. As I said earlier, my name is Joba Mutabi, and meet you in the next bulletin. God bless you.